Welcome back to another episode of the Pawd. Today we have Fresno State Volleyball captains Addison Haluska and Jenna Legault. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
All right, so first being named captain, obviously senior, came in at the same time, but you stayed back a year, so your third year playing. What is that like for you guys to be named captains of this program?
I think just overall, the way that we choose captains is through our teammates. So our coaches will send out a poll. Like they can see, it's not anonymous, so they can see who's putting what. But like we were basically chosen from our teammates or picked from our teammates. And like I feel like we both have earned this role, which is really cool. It's like not just something that's given to us just because we're seniors. But our teammates kind of have put us in this position, and like I'm really grateful for that and getting the opportunity to lead this program. I mean, we've been here long enough.
Yeah.
We know the ropes a little bit, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think there's a lot more responsibility that comes with it than just being like a teammate. Now being captains, a lot more responsibilities. But I think like overall we've done a good job, and like I think we're good people to help like lead the legacy of this program and just build on. So it's been going well.
We've had good role models too.
I was going to say you've had a few in the past couple of years that have been pretty good. Who did you guys, I guess, in your younger years, who did you look up to as those captains, or maybe didn't have the title of captain, but were those kind of on team, I'm going to follow them because they always do the right thing kind of people?
I think Molly was a big one for me especially, but and she was our GA, our graduate assistant, for all of last year in the 24 season.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. It was weird going from like you're like my friend, my teammate, and then now I'm like, Molly.
Yes,
So, but I think she was like a really big inspiration just to stay positive every single day and to be really present in the moment and be grateful for like this opportunity. And like it comes and goes so fast, and we're reminded of that almost constantly by our coaches and, our alumni as well. But I think she was one of the people that really made it prominent, like, no, like enjoy this moment. Like even in 23 during the championship game, like, no, this is like our moment. This is the one moment we get to, go after and try and win a championship. And then we did it. So.
Yeah. And then I would say Ella Root as well. Like she just handles every single situation perfectly. Like I don't know anybody who knows how to handle every situation like she does. So I think that's a good role model just like for us as well. Just like follow in her footsteps. And I think she does a good job too of just like approaching situations. And I feel like I try, like, whenever something occurs, I'm like, be like Ella Root. What would Ella Root do in this situation? So, yeah.
Yeah. Also, Sydney was super good at just communicating. Like, she was our big, like, make sure everyone's wearing the same thing. Like, here's our packing list. Here's our travel guide for,
mom duties.
Yeah, she was, like, the true mom of the team with, like, just communication and having that, like, very like, oh, whatever Sydney says, we're doing that. Like, it was just a really good, like, dominant role that she played. So also knowing what that kind of communication looks like is really valuable too, like being in this position now. So.
Yeah, totally.
High expectations.
Somebody's got to take that responsibility.
We got some high expectations. But yeah.
So let's rewind it back a little bit. When did you both start playing volleyball?
I actually started pretty late. I started playing volleyball going into 7th grade. Just tried it for fun. Everyone always told me I was tall, I should play volleyball. I used to dance. Tried out for the 7th grade team, didn't make it.
Oh, no.
And then I was a manager, team manager, and practiced with them. Started playing club, and then, it's gone up from there. But it was a rocky start at the beginning. I mean, I feel like I started pretty late compared to a lot of people nowadays. So it's a little different, but.
Manager to preseason Mountain West Player of the Year. What a journey.
Can't forget you got cut. Cut from your first team to conference preseason.
And I was very humbled. I didn't think I was good at volleyball when I first started, but I was humbled. And like I had so many practices where I would get called out by coaches, and I would go home and my dad would like literally work with me on the skills, and I was humbled. So it was good for my growth, I guess.
I started in 4th grade. Tried out for club when I was 10 for a 12s team, didn't make it. And then I made it when I was 11 on a 12s team and just started at a little local club. But But yeah, actually, when I first started playing volleyball, I hated it because I would get so frustrated. So volleyball is a very frustrating sport for me when I first started. So I remember my mom being like, "No, I paid for the camp, so you're doing it."
You're finishing this.
I was like, "Oh," and then it ended up being the best decision I ever made. So.
What are the scenes like? Obviously, Arizona, Washington. What are the scenes like for youth volleyball there? Arizona, I would assume they're pretty big, but I don't know Washington's.
Yeah, it's growing. I would say it's not as developed. It's pretty similar to the Valley. It's not as developed as say like Texas, Arizona, like anywhere on the East Coast. Like we don't have like those big girls that are like literally shoving balls down your throat yet, but we're getting there. We have a few pretty decent clubs in my area, so yeah.
Yeah. Arizona's always been big in volleyball, and it's still growing. Like there's more clubs every day that I've never heard of. And like even our top clubs are just, it's insane. Like the players are now going to these huge schools. So it's a lot of competition when it comes to volleyball in Arizona. So it's good.
What was the recruiting process like for both of you, and why did you decide on Fresno State?
Well, we kind of had a special situation.
Yeah, we had a rough situation. We both got recruited during COVID. So we were on Zoom calls, no visits. It was pretty much everything was done over the phone. But yeah, I mean, the recruiting process was, even though it was over the phone, it was still stressful. Like it was even honestly worse in my opinion. You couldn't like have that face-to-face conversations. You couldn't go visit schools and like all the fun, cool experiences. So it was pretty tough in that area. But I mean, yeah, I always tell people in the recruiting process, like just be yourself, because it's tough to find like a match. And I feel like once you have those conversations, it comes easily. And that's like kind of how it was for Fresno State. Like I had talked to some of the girls, talked to the coaches, got along really well. It reminded me a lot of Arizona, just everything about Arizona and Fresno is pretty similar. And so it didn't feel too far away from home. There was some girls on the team that also played at my club, so it was an easier transition. And so a lot of those things all attracted me. And then obviously the Valley, the support of everyone was really intriguing as well. So
yeah, during COVID, my high school was the first in the country to shut down. So Washington was basically like, yeah, you're not doing anything. And I think the hardest part for me was like being able to show my skills and like play in front of coaches and like show off like what I had. So it was a long time waiting. And I just remember hearing the news from my mom, like, oh, the dead period got pushed another 2 months, and being like, oh my God. So, but because my club would have to travel a lot to play pretty competitively. We'd go to Vegas a lot, or even Arizona, and sometimes over to the East Coast. Nothing too crazy though over there, but like just trying to like branch out, and that's how we'd get seen by coaches, and that's how you get recruited. And I thankfully had my 17s coach had a good connection with the old coaching staff here, so I actually committed within like 11 days of talking to Fresno State, which was like the shortest college program I had talked to during that time, which was kind of crazy. But once I just kind of heard about this place and like how special it is to people, it really made me even more interested. And then I came to the camp and I was like, oh, shoot, I have to go here. So,
Sold.
and I'm coming here. So
If I remember correctly, Gatorade Washington Player of the Year,
Yes.
the female Player of the Year.
yes.
Still a pretty cool thing to see, and you don't see it a lot because there's only one male, one female a year, right?
Well, we actually don't have boys volleyball up in Washington, that was the biggest shocker to me when I came down to California, because I was like, y'all have like boys volleyball in like high school. Like our football team like would play for fun, and we'd have like fun little like competitions at the end of the summer. But yeah, that was like a huge thing. I was like, oh my God, like we have men's programs here. So that was super cool to learn, because like I said, volleyball is still growing in Washington, but it's getting there.
So COVID, committed, show up, different coaching staff, walk into that, and then in the next year walks another coaching staff. It's now year 3 with Lisa. You guys have had the pleasure of working with her. We all know her. We know her personality. You guys get to see it on a whole different level, though. What is that like for her or for you guys to be with her and learning from her? And what is it like now in year 3?
I think all our relationships have grown a lot with her, and I think can be very intimidating, but she has a soft side for sure. And I think our team has like really gotten close with her, especially the past 2 years. And so, yeah, I think it's cool to like have a coach who's like, has really high expectations and like expects everyone, working hard on their best behaviors. But then like when we're off the court outside of the gym, like it's a completely different relationship, and we joke around and have fun, and we can talk forever about anything. But yeah, when it's on the court and like we're playing volleyball, it's business, and I really like that about her. So
yeah, me too. I think just the entirety of our coaching staff, like, I mean, it was definitely like a culture shock when like we got an entirely new coaching staff. Like,
yeah.
I think we had like one person stick around, but like really, like we had an entirely new, like we had to build entirely new relationships from scratch, and then not getting recruited by them, it was like, oh, like you're learning, like everything's new that you're learning about this person, and like how they communicate, like just examples of like communication and like what they expect from you. Like expectations were hard to figure out at first, but I think like being in year 3 now, like all those struggles that we had at the beginning, like I know that I was very challenging to work with my first year, and like pushing through those challenges now, I'm like super grateful for the relationship that I have with our coaching staff now. And like Addie said, it's business on the court, and we can goof around at team meals, and and yeah, it's really fun.
So talking about team meals and goofing around, like what is that culture like? What has she built? How comfortable are you guys just to be Jenna and Addie every single day and just let everybody be themselves?
Oh, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be part of a program that allows us to do that, and that like I can be myself. Like I do have friends that like I talk to, and they're struggling more than I am, like even with this student athlete life, but having coaches that will support you no matter what and let you be who you are, like on and off the court, I think like it's the most grateful thing that could have happened. So
I think our team is 1,000% their authentic selves. Like they are showing every single side of them, and there's nothing hidden from our coaches. And I think that's, again, like we're grateful to have that bond and that relationship. And I think that like as years go on, like everyone's relationship with the coaches just gets stronger. And so yeah, it's
not something you get anywhere.
No, definitely not.
Nope.
Speaking of fun off the court, we did hear about a surprise sleepover.
Yes.
That we would love to hear about.
Whose idea?
It was initially Gabby's, I believe, because she had mentioned, because Lisa always says you guys are welcome over anytime.
Yeah.
Gabby's like she definitely wants us to come over and have a sleepover. She wants us to surprise and have a sleepover.
She's practically begging us to come
Like
over.
she definitely wants us to have a sleepover at her house.
Yeah, it's like we've always talked about it, I feel like, and we've seen like other schools do it and stuff, but yeah, we actually did it this time. So we got a hold of her husband and asked if she had anything. He said no, but he actually lied because she had a dentist appointment the next morning, and we all felt really bad. But yeah, and then we told her son as well, and so she was like actually home alone when we showed up. She had no idea. Well, yeah, we had been planning. So we all went to River Park before, got dinner, and then we met up outside. And then, yeah, we knocked on her door. She had no idea. And then, yeah, went.
It was kind of creepy. We like parked outside her gate and turned off all of our headlights on our cars.
And we were all trying to guess her reaction. And I feel like none of us actually really ended up getting it. She just looked really confused. Like she opened the door and
she was like, "Wait, did I plan something and I forgot that I planned?"
Yeah, and then Keely was first, and Keely just walked right in, so then we just followed. And then before you knew it, she was pulling down mattresses from upstairs, and we all had a place to sleep. We watched a movie and
played Fortnite.
Yeah, we hung out. It was fun. And then the next morning we did make breakfast, but she had a dentist appointment, so she wasn't there to eat breakfast with us. So.
We left her a plate, though. We left her a plate.
We did. Yeah.
Whether she ate it or not is still a mystery. So.
She'll say yes.
Oh, yes,
but
she
you
will.
don't know.
Yeah, but I think she was really thankful for that too. And like I think it was a way, like even though it was all fun and games, it was a way for us to show like how grateful we are for her and like the ability to just like surprise her like that and just have fun. And do things outside of volleyball. So she appreciated it. I know that. Whether she liked it in the moment, I don't know. But
She seemed ready though. She pulled down those mattresses way too quick.
It would have been great, like a mask, like something where you're just completely not ready for it, and then you got 15 cell phones in your face. Hey, coach, how's
she
it going?
was really overwhelmed by all the videos. I think every single person on our team was recording it. So
Yeah.
and she's
It's definitely a core memory, though.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
something
for
you'll
sure.
always remember. Yeah.
yeah. It might become an annual thing. We'll see.
Don't tell her.
Her
that, though.
choice or your choice?
Our choice.
All right, take us through your game day routines.
Do you want to start?
Yeah, I can start. Well, usually my parents are in town, so I do tend to go eat with them before the pregame meal, so I kind of get 2 meals in before the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of our pregame stuff is done as a team. Like we have, like personally, I like to be like either chilling, like doing hair, makeup, whatever, like with a few of the girls in the bathroom, listening to music. I think the dance parties have kind of fizzled out a little bit.
Yeah.
But then we might make.
We'll try to bring them back.
But yeah, I think it's just more about being like with each other before games and like having that kind of like calm before the storm of like, you know, the pressure's on now. It's kind of nice to just be able to chill and get ready together. And I mean, we eat together, get ready together, warm up together.
I mean, and we
Yeah.
start earlier than that too, because we have a practice too that morning. So we have a practice in the morning, and then we have a couple hours to do our own thing if we have class, whatever, and then we are back together for a meal, and then yeah, taping, whatever you have to do. We always do the whiteboard. That's not going away.
No.
Yeah, we have a very infamous whiteboard. Every time we play somebody, we fill the whiteboard with a bunch of
Love.
love.
Sure. That's
Thoughts,
a good way to say it.
ideas, goals. And yeah, it's just become a tradition. We try to do it away too if there's a whiteboard, so it's just something fun. And then yeah, then we get it going.
Yeah.
Warm ups and
It comes faster than you expect. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like forever. Like we're starting 3 hours, maybe even like 7 hours before a game with our pregame practice. But then you're like, oh shoot, like whistles blowing and
yeah.
like oh, it's first point. So
Yeah, it comes very fast, but I'm trying to think if we have any like pregame. Everybody has like a Red Bull or something.
energy drinks.
We're
yeah.
a big energy coffee team, but I don't know if there's any other really traditions. The whiteboard.
Yeah.
Time to start a new one, it sounds like.
Yeah,
We got a lot of new girls, so
There'll
Should be
probably
easy.
one that comes.
should be easy. Yeah.
Speaking of things that are kind of rituals per se, what's the serving song that you picked this year? What is your walk up, whatever you want to call it, that song that you hear right before you hit?
We get those. We
I-
get those this year.
I don't think.
You had them last year.
I don't think we picked.
I don't
them.
think. Yeah, they were definitely not intentional. If there was, but to be honest, I don't even realize what's going on during game. I'm so like
I know.
locked in that. I only ever hear Mark over on the sideline every once in a while doing like he's like
Matt.
Jenna Legault is now serving, and I'm like it's the only thing I can hear. But
Or like number 8's got really good hands, and I'm like Mark. I'm like,
Mark,
pass
is
the
that
mic.
you?
that's really the only thing I can hear.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, 4th year for both of you. Addie, obviously, your last year.
Yeah.
What is it like? What has this journey, this process been like? We'll start, Addie, with you going into your last year of eligibility.
Mm-hmm.
You only get to do it one more time every single time you go out there. What is that like for you?
Yeah, honestly, it hasn't really hit me. It really hit me this week. Lisa was like, Addison, this is your last double days. And I actually started tearing up. And I was like, dang, like, hasn't really hit me yet. And so now I feel like it's starting to really, like, sink in. And so I just want to go out. Like, I don't want to have any regrets. Like, do everything I can for this program to make it the most it can be before I leave. And, like, make sure that I'm satisfied with how I finished as well and, like, my relationship with my teammates and everything. So it's definitely very bittersweet. Like, I will definitely be sad. And whether I keep playing or not, I don't know. But, like, leaving the college career behind is going to be really hard just because it is, I mean, it's a short time, but, like, there's so many memories that come with it. And then just, yeah, it's a great experience. And I wish that, like, everyone got to experience being an athlete at this level because I love it. It's amazing. So I will miss it. I will be sad. And yeah, I'm going to take every moment like it's my last, literally. So.
Jenna, you get to do it one more after this.
Yeah. But I guess this is our last time like in Mountain West, so it's kind of bittersweet of like, oh, like this last time like we're playing this kind of round of teams, and then like next year's a whole different routine. So, but I'm just hoping that Addie's last game isn't in conference. So I hope we got to go to the NCAA tournament or something.
It's got to end on a bang.
Get back there.
Right?
Yeah, you guys have had obviously a ton of highs, battled through injuries, battled through not playing your first year. Like, what has that just been like for 4 years? You guys have done it together, obviously, but in very different pathways.
Yeah. I think the thing with Addie is like every time something has like set her back, like you just face the challenge head on and you come back 10 times stronger. Like, and like, that's like compliments to you because I could not do that. I would be so stressed all the time. But every time she comes back 10 times stronger. And like,
yeah, I appreciate that. I've had my setbacks, and I mean, at that, like, there's only so much you can do. And so like, I think having teammates who support me and like still make me like include me as much as they can, and like coaching and the staff and everything, like anything I can do in practice or whatever it is, really makes everything, go a lot smoother. But I've definitely had my injuries come and go, and I've come out stronger. But I mean, I think that we've both grown a lot from our freshman year, like not even just injuries, just like as people, because there's been a lot of like change and just a lot that we've been faced with. And I think that we're both a lot more mature now and just like have become more well-rounded, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So my preseason meetings with Coach last year, she had told me they were looking for that third piece of the offense, and was going to be this person, that person was going to be Jenna. And one thing that I love about what I do is you get to see the full course of the season, and Jenna, to see you grow into that role and really excel. What was that experience like in gaining that confidence at the end?
Yeah, I think just knowing that whoever the coaches put on the floor, it's like they believe in you. Like, I think mentally it's tough to be like, oh, shoot, like I'm not having a good day and like I'm getting pulled and whatever. But I think when I keep my focus on the team and not so much within myself, like I could have the worst game of my life, but if we win, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could get literally no kills, but like the team succeeding, like that's fine. Like if I'm just putting a good ball in and getting them out of system, like great. Like I think once I shifted my focus from that, it became a lot easier to just let myself play freely. Like it put a lot less pressure on myself to, perform or like get the stats and all that stuff. But I think putting it more in a team perspective, like I'm on the court because my coaches believe in me. I need to believe in myself. I need to trust myself. I trust my teammates to help me out, so I need to put that trust back into my team. So, yeah.
Yep. And Addie, describe your style of play.
I kind of agree. I think that I could be very emotional at times, and that gets the best of me most of the times when I get that way. So I think, I try to do everything for the team, and like whether that's, I mean, exactly what Jenna said, whether that's like going up and killing a ball or whether that's just like keeping the ball in play. But I think that like whatever I can do to be aggressive and score and like be someone that's reliable on the court, like I'm going to do that. And so that's kind of just like been my biggest thing is like whether like we're down or whatever it is, like I'm not going to give up. I'm going to give my 100%. And I mean, I think that I'm very like I'm not going to give up, and I'm very, very competitive, love to win. And so I think that's like the other side of me that's like going to keep pushing, and that's got me far. So
how do you guys lift each other up on the floor if the game's maybe not going the way you would like it? How do you get back and equalize it out?
I think actually what's cool is we have done like a lot of personality tests with our team, and we actually work with like an outside
Teresa, she's an alumni.
Oh, really?
From Fresno State, and she it's called Athena. So it's like we call it our PI, it's our personality index, and like we do the whole thing as a team, and then there's like 4 like categories, and you get to see who's in what, and like you want the balance within the team to be able to have the most like cohesive like teamwork or whatever. I don't know.
Environment, yeah.
It's really like scientifical.
It's it's very interesting, but like with that though, like we've actually like all learned how people want to like be approached, and like if they're down or they're upset or whatever it is, just learning how to like approach everyone on the team differently. And I think it's like given us a way bigger perspective on like people and how they think and like what their thought behind stuff is. And we've been doing this for the last like 2-3 years now. Mm-hmm. And I think that like it has helped our relationship on the court so much. And so like how I want to be like lifted up is different than how Jenna wants to be lifted up. And so I think like understanding that has helped us a lot. And so just like being aware of how people want to be treated on the court has really helped us in those moments like where we're down, and you know, knowing how to approach my teammates.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So it's been cool.
I think what also helps is like just our connections off the court. Like, I mean, we do team potlucks, we do team dinners. Like, I mean, we eat, sleep, and breathe with each other. But I think when you like actually enjoy being together as a team, I think that is really helpful. And I'm not saying there's not problems that arise or drama, but when you have that like comfortable, and when you're in that comfortable state with your teammates, and something does happen or a problem does arise, like I can come up to Addie and be like, hey, like, what'd you mean by that comment? Or, hey, like, is there something I could have done better in that situation? Like, we're not afraid to have those kind of conversations or be honest with each other, because we talk about this, but it's called, like, protecting our ship. Like, we protect the people within our ship. It's our support staff, like, players, like, anyone that walks into our program, like, we're going to protect our ship. So if, like, a hard conversation, like, needs to happen to protect our ship, it needs to happen. Yeah. So I think our team is super, super good at that, and we're getting better, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that phrase. That's a fun phrase.
Yeah.
Speaking of that ship, a lot of newcomers this year, a lot of new faces in general. Mm-hmm. How do you welcome into that very open environment? But then how do you also just welcome them into collegiate volleyball here at Fresno State at that point?
Yeah, I think like something that I try and remember to myself is like, where was I at my freshman year? And I'm like, oh God, like that's not a pretty picture. But but I try to remember like the place that they're in, like everything they're doing is new. Like, so if I get frustrated that so-and-so doesn't know what's happening or what's going on, I'm like, Jenna, this is her first time doing it. Like, she doesn't know what's going on either. So I think just remembering to have a lot of patience, and like they're going to have really rough days, but instead of like being like that enforcer or like getting mad or getting emotional about it, just being like patient and like kind of, we talk about it too, but lifting each other up. Like instead of calling somebody out, you're going to be lifting them up. So I think just remembering that is a big key for me. But
yeah, there's a lot for them to learn, and so I think like whatever we can do, whatever experience we can give to like help the freshmen, we'll definitely do. But like Jenna said, like everyone's been there, and like being a freshman is already hard enough, especially as a fall sport athlete, like coming straight in as a freshman into season, into practice, like no break. I don't even remember my first season. Like it was all a blur. So yeah, there's a lot of learning, and so I think just understanding that and being patient, like you said.
I think what really helped though is that we're starting to bring in freshmen earlier. So we brought in 4 or 5 over the spring, and a transfer. Yes. But I think bringing them in earlier in the spring when it's not a high pressure, like you're not in as many high pressure situations yet. I mean, there still is that like, oh, I need to wake up and go to practice and perform every day, but it's not like oh, am I going to be on the court this week for this match or whatever. It's just extra stress that I think like our first couple of years, it was like, that was tough to manage, especially when you're like brand new into a program and you're still learning like your teammates' personalities, and you're still trying to build connections, and you're just trying to do everything right all the time.
Just trying to do college, period.
Yes, like, and then on top of that, you're trying to be like perfect at volleyball and like having these perfect like connections with others. So I think, yeah,
and I mean, I live with 2 freshmen right now, so like it's definitely like as a senior and then living with 2 freshmen, like I mean, I hope they're grateful, because I definitely feel like there's a lot of like, you know, little tips and tricks and life lessons that like I'm able to like help them with. But it definitely gets overwhelming, and like to see it from an outsider's perspective and like not be in that situation, like I understand, but yeah.
Yeah, so who are some newcomers that the Red Wave are going to see on the court?
Oh, We were talking about that, but we have no idea. So, I mean, we're just excited to see, like, you know, who earns it. I'm not saying it's going to get given to anybody, but, like, you have to earn your spot. And, like, I just hope that they know whoever's going to be on there, like everyone believes in them to do their job and to perform. And, but it'll be interesting.
I think having like a lot of new people too, everyone is working really hard right now. Like everybody wants to get better. People are going in for extra reps, like watching film. Like everyone is trying to like be the best they can be right now. And so like honestly, it's hard to say, but everyone's working hard, and like I will not be surprised if there is freshmen on the court because they are working really hard.
So healthy competition.
Yes, very healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the intensity like? Obviously, you've been part of 3-4 different teams. What's that intensity like with so much competition that's healthy? Everybody wants to be on the court. You have you two, you have Maya Sellers, you have all these people that have been around. Nobody's guaranteed a spot to play until you prove why you're going to play. What is that like?
I mean, like, it's at the end of the day, like, if one person like is having a good week, or like even sometimes in the lineups, like for other teams, like there might be a better matchup. Like it totally depends on good, bad days, like what's going to be on the other side of the court. But like we talk a lot about like accepting your role and like go and talk to the coaches if you don't like where your role is. But I think that's also another great thing about our coaching staff is that they're always open to that kind of open communication, and like they're not going to lie to you. Like they're not going to play head games with you, which I really appreciate. So but I mean, there's definitely pressure. Like everyone wants to play. Like we would not be here if people didn't want to play. So,
and also like it's not obvious who's playing and who's not because we're like intermixing in practice. We just like rotate around and everybody plays on both sides with both setters and everything. So like I think that keeps it healthy competition because people. Like, I mean, as of right now, people don't know what their position is, so they're just working hard and trying to, you know, accomplish whatever goals they have. But I think that, like, mixing like that in practice is a good way to keep healthy competition and not get bored in the role that you're in. So
it's always a good sign, right, when everyone's interchangeable, too. That means it's a good team, right?
Yeah.
From top to bottom.
We got some pretty good depth, too, which is nice. It's always great to have, so.
Turning it to women in STEM, you guys both have both very impressive majors, especially for student athletes that are traveling, practice, weights, and you still have to get all your work done. That's really, really amazing, and I can't even fathom how you guys have enough hours in the day to do that. But starting with Jenna, you are a mechanical engineering major?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so tell us about that, how you got into that, and what are your career goals?
Yeah, so I actually knew from a pretty early age. I knew like my freshman year in high school, I did like a women in engineering like field trip to like get out of English class or something. And then like I ended up loving it, and I talked to a lot of like great women and like have seen what life is like from their perspective, and I'm like, oh my God, that's like I want that. Like that's super cool. In terms of like my career, I'm not completely sure where I want to go. I chose mechanical because it's the most broad.
Okay.
But I'm not sure where I kind of want to land. I've always been interested in aerospace and like that kind of stuff. So maybe go that route. But honestly, wherever I can land a cool job, I'll take it. So.
Is there a professor that you've had at Fresno State or a class that you loved?
Yeah, I've had a few pretty good professors. Actually, I have a professor that I didn't necessarily get taught by, but I had to do like some interviews for another class. We had to go and like ask professors about their career and all that stuff like that, and just a list of questions, to be honest. But Dr. Stillmaker, she's in the civil engineering department, but she does gender studies within the engineering college, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, my first year, I was like, I'm struggling. Like, there's no way I'm going to be doing engineering. Like, there's no way. Like, it was hard. And talking to her, she actually showed me statistics that she had taken of women and men coming into the engineering college, and that women actually do better than men at the start, but they are most likely to drop out before their male colleagues. So
really,
which I thought was super interesting, and it has to do with like a lot of different reasons, like more of like they just, you know, there's not a lot of them. So
Yeah.
they tend to not communicate or socialize as much. So they don't know like, oh, I'm failing. Like I'm the only one failing in this class. And so then that turns to be like, I can't do this. And then they end up dropping. So like hearing that was really reassuring because I was like, oh, then I'm staying in this now.
I'm staying.
I was like, cool. So, but yeah, she's been great. And then Dr. Jenkins is also great. He's just a goofy personality. He always gets off topic in his lectures, and he's just a great person to talk to and a great advocate for his students. So
That's awesome. And Addie, a kinesiology major, but you want to go into nursing. So
Yes.
how did you come to that decision, and what type of nursing do you want to go into?
So I've always wanted to do nursing. My sister's a nurse, and I just love nursing. And I in high school I did a lot of like more medical classes. I took a biomed class, and like always loved all the science classes. And so the best way for me to like go into nursing was to do kinesiology first, and then I'll go on to nursing after this. But I am what I was saying. My sister is a nurse, and I think that like I always knew I wanted to be a nurse, but her telling me stories like was really intriguing and always like super exciting. And I just love like the idea of working 3 days a week, but also just like being able to help people and like just doing anything I can to like change someone's life is really like interesting to me. And so yeah, I am kines now, and taking all my prereqs for nursing, and then yeah, so it's been good. Anatomy was tough. Chemistry, biology, I'm mostly done with all like my nursing prereqs, so all the tough classes are kind of out of the way. So now I'm just finishing out in kinesiology. So
Oh, that's great.
it's been good.
We'll turn it back to the court for last question. This team this year, what are the goals? Obviously, make the tournament, win a regular season. Those are always at the top. But how do you judge those goals, and what are those attainable goals that you guys want to see at the end of the year?
I mean, obviously, we want to make it to the tournament, and that's like the big goal. I think that something that our team does to help like have small wins and small goals literally just starts at practice every day. Like everybody has a goal for practice, and they write it on the board, and after practice they say whether they completed it or not. And so I just think like making those tiny small strides to the big goal is like going to be the best way for us to accomplish that. And like we're a young team, but not letting that get in our head or like using that as a what am I trying to
advantage?
say? As a more like as a disadvantage, I guess. I feel like people could say like, you know, you're a young team, you have a lot to learn, but I think using it to our advantage instead. But yeah, small strides, small goals. I mean, I don't know if we have like written down goals to meet, but just like growing, making the small steps.
Yeah. I feel like something that really helps us like also make those small wins is just like our passion for the game. I think being a really young team, we have a lot of girls that are excited to experience this for the first time. And like they're going to have, you know, days where they're like tired and exhausted because it's like it's a rough life. So but I think we do a really good job at emphasizing like our pillars and like remembering why we're here, like why we do this, like the opportunities we get because we are student athletes. And I think that really helps bring the passion back and like, oh yeah, let's go win these next few games this week, or let's go win just this game. I think our team's really good at focusing like one game at a time or like one block at a time because we play twice a week. So focusing on like one game or that one block just really helps narrow it down to be like, oh, we need to win the next 10 games in order to make it to the tournament. I think that just overall helps narrow the mindset to be like, okay, lock in this team, whoever it is, like, let's do our best, let's scout, let's prepare, and do our best to go up against the challenge that we're facing. So
Just one day at a time.
one day at a time.
Honestly,
Can't look ahead, can't look back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for coming on today. We
Yeah.
appreciate you being here. Is there anything about the season yourselves that we missed that you want to share?
Follow us on Instagram
And our new TikTok,
at Fresno State Volleyball.
Fresno State Volleyball. One video, but there'll be more to come.
their team scrimmage coming up very soon. Make sure to come out and join them and see all that energy, the smiles, the personality, we'll say, come out. So make sure that you guys come out, support them all season. Tickets for their games can be found at gobulldogs.com. So we'd love to see you guys at the Save Mart Center out there supporting them. They'd love to see you. Come say hi after a game, whatever. And so we do want to do our shout out to Royal Furniture. This comfy chair, the couch that you guys are sitting in, all this furniture.
Very comfy.
Huge shout out to them for outfitting our set here, and we're very thankful for them. They're on Blackstone. Make sure you go visit them if you're looking for anything. Again, ladies, thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you guys next time on the pod.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.